Let's start round 4 and draw our event card. We've got some more silence going on. No special effect? I'm cool with that. Let's spawn for Creed and Jaeger. Okay, 4 is a Spear Bogtrog and location 3. Here's location 3, and we have even more enemies in cover. This time for the Wolf Call, we're going to do repositioning so we can be a little more flexible in our movement. Looking at both of these, we're going to have Jaeger move to the side quest, and we're going to have Creed attack. But let's first look at this side quest. Yes, it should be a treasure, because we pulled treasures. This is sweet. Dark energy emanating from a sinister-looking weapon draws your eyes to the shadows. Article 1185. Keep this card. You can use this weapon instead of one of your melee weapons or ranged weapons. If you do not have a melee or ranged weapon, you gain one. Add an additional die to the attack and damage rolls made with this weapon against characters with magic ranged or magic melee weapons. So I don't think Jaeger can use this, but he's going to put that in his, teeth or whatever, and he'll bring it back to Creed. And then at the end, we'll be able to trade this if we want to other characters. Nice. This isn't going to be easy. We're going to use Creed's double crossbow to try and hit the Spear Bogtrog. Now the Spear Bogtrog's defense is 14. We've got an accuracy of 5, so we need a 9 on 2 dice. Let's see. 6, 7, 8. Are you serious? Well, we're going to play this feat card. Reroll. Play this card to reroll any number of dice from one of your challenges. Come on. 9. 5, 6, 7. Nope, I failed. What we are going to do is we are going to use our feat High Rate of Fire and discard this card to be able to do another ranged attack. Let's try it again. Basically, I'm looking for XP here. So come on, a 9, I can roll a 9. 5, 6, 7, 8. No! All right, I've got one more feat card, and I'm going to use it to re-roll one more time. Come on. Blowing on these dice. That did not work. 100% fail. Remember, we haven't moved yet on our turn, so we're going to take one step over here. And then we have a reposition, so at the end of our turn, you can move Creed or Jaeger one additional space. I'm going to move Creed here, just hoping that he can maybe help protect Vasquez over here from being attacked. We're going to end our turn, and we get to draw 3 fate cards because these two are more than 3 spaces away. I love that ability. You can use up all your fate. Of course, it didn't help us. You can use all your fate, and then you can draw 3 new fate cards. Nice. Let's see what villain activates this time. Oh boy. Close combat. Activate the villain closest to you, and it does target the active player. So this Epic Club Gatorman is going right for Creed. So he's going to use a melee attack, just 2 dice, and let's see. This Epic Club Gatorman only has to roll an 8 to hit, but granted, we couldn't roll a 9 to save our lives, so let's see. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12, which is less than the defense of 13. Whew! He misses. Now let's spawn for Vasquez. Oh, he's going to spawn a Misspeaker in location 1. We're placing out a Misspeaker. Now, I haven't put out a Misspeaker before this. Technically, we might need to have 2 out, but I felt like when I read the rules, it said until these Epic Club Gatormen come out, if there aren't any Misspeakers out, you spawn one. But once we get to the Epic Club Gatormans, we don't have to spawn Misspeakers if there aren't any on the board. But now it doesn't matter, we have one on the board. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this feat called Cleanse. Play this card to heal 1 wound or remove a continuous effect token from a hero within 1 space of you. I'm assuming he can do that to himself. So he'll heal himself for 1. And I don't know if you guys can tell, there's a nice big crease here. That is from the Monster 1-year-old. My son accidentally grabbed this. I don't normally have games up on the table overnight, but I had this one up overnight, and he got it in the morning and put a nice little bend in it, which is a bummer. But Vasquez, he's strong. He didn't give up. For our action, we're going to use the Curse of Shadows, and that's going to reduce the armor of villains in our space. And we're doing that because we have that Epic Club Gatorman in our space, so he's going to have a reduction of 1 on his armor. Also, if people try and leave this spot, they don't have to take a free hit from the enemy. And how that works is normally if I would try and move out of a space that has an enemy in it, I have to roll a die, and on a 5 or 6, I just take 1 damage. That doesn't happen, though, in this space now because we have the Curse of Shadows out. That's all we're able to do this turn, so let's draw our villain action card. Of course, before looking at that action card, we should draw our third feat card right back up. Nice. Are you serious? Close combat. Activate the villain closest to you, and it's the player with the most feat cards. Not feast cards, feat cards. Here's the thing. Both Creed and Vasquez has 3 fate cards, and so you always go to the lowest initiative, which is Vasquez. So Vasquez is going to get attacked here. But what he is going to do is he's going to play this feat card, Fog of War. Play this card to give all heroes in your space +1 defense until your next turn. So at least he'll have 1 higher defense. So the Epic Club Gatorman has a 5 for accuracy, and Vasquez has 14 as a defense. Now we add +1, which is 15. So this Epic Club Gatorman has to roll a 10 on these 2 dice to hit. 5 + 4 is 9. Oh, a miss. Let's move on to Skarg. Skarg's going to roll to spawn. He spawns another Misspeaker at location 1. This will be our second Misspeaker in this location. And this is getting to the point where I think I just got to finish it before I get overrun. Skarg is going to leave himself at the precise shot. He just wants 1 hit here to be able to take out that Epic Club Gatorman. He's also going to discard this feat card for the sniper effect, which lets him discard a feat card when making a ranged attack to target a character in the same space as a friendly character. Skarg is able to attack this Epic Club Gatorman because he's 2 spaces away. He's going to hold, so he gets to roll an additional die for the first hit, and because he has the precise shot, he gets to roll another die. So he's going to roll 4 dice for his first to hit, and then 3 dice for damage. This could be it right here, you guys. So we're looking at 5 accuracy, trying to hit a defense of 10, rolling 4 dice. I mean, this should be like a guarantee. Oh my gosh, it's almost not. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus our 5, that is over the 10 defense. And actually, his defense is only 9 because he's in a location with Vasquez, who's reducing his defense by 1. But now what we're going to do is we're going to play this last feat card here too to boost our damage roll. So what this means is we're going to roll 4 dice. We've got 8 as power. His armor, oh wait, the defense would have been at 10. What Vasquez is doing is reducing the armor with his ability. So this is only a 13 for armor. And we have an 8 already, and we're rolling 4 dice. Oh yeah, 11, 16, 17, 18, plus our 8. Definitely enough to do 2 points of damage. We'll roll this die. On a 6, he would prevent 1 point of damage, but he takes 2. He's dead. Okay, the only thing I'm not sure, you guys, is with this Flush of Steel, so he's taking 2 hits of damage. So did I roll the die twice? I don't know. Let's just see what I get. A 2. Okay, we're fine either way. If I roll that for the second point of damage, it would reduce it down to 1, but then we're still doing 1 point of damage. His vitality is 1. We beat him. We'll give ourselves 1 more XP, and that will complete the game. We're lucky. We get to get 1 XP for each battle-ready hero. There are 4 battle-ready heroes, and you know what? I mean, we have 5 battle-ready heroes, but I think I'm only going to take 4. I don't want to cheat. So that's going to give us a total of 30 XP. Here's the steps for between the chapters. First, we get to regain wound tokens and heal. Nobody lost any wound tokens. Everybody gets to heal at max 3 health, which actually will put everybody up to full, because even Jagger and Vasquez had only 3 damage at max, so all of them will be at full health. We can restore alchemical, refill alchemical restoratives. Don't need to do that. We don't need to revive. We can trade a side quest, and I have to think about this. I think I'm going to give this Article 1185 over to Vasquez, so he has a range attack that isn't a spell, and he has 2 melee attacks. We now get to split up the XP that we have. We have a total of 30 XP. So after finishing the chapter, divide the XP and the treasure equally as possible among the heroes. If one or more heroes ends up with more XP than the others, the fewer receive bonus XP until we get a total amount each. So 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. So each character is going to get 8 XP that they can use. After way too long looking at way too many different ability cards, I think there's like 15 for each character, which is insane. These are the 4 I'm picking out, 1 for each hero. For Vasquez, he's only using 4 XP, so he'll save the other 4. But his Cleanse feat cards can now affect heroes within 2 spaces. So that Cleanse would be able to get rid of a specific one of these types of tokens, what do you call them, corrosion tokens, and allows you to heal. So now you can heal at a distance, which I kind of like. Creed and Jaeger now can use their feat cards that let you either boost rolls or redo rolls for either character, which I really like. And he's saving 2 XP with that. Agatha is doing a sidestep, so after resolving your attack, she can move into a connected space, which is awesome because a lot of times she wants to keep moving, and the problem is she's stuck, and then the enemies move around before she can do something next time. And for Skarg, he's using 6 out of the 8 of his XP to get targets cannot gain cover against your bow attacks. Yeah, so all of those Bogtrogs that were hiding in that mist and everything, no, he can just see it right through it. Awesome. So I'm going to have a total of 8 XP that I'm going to keep for next round. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget because I'm not going to play this probably for the next month. And next month when I pull this out again to show you guys Chapter 2, I have to remember these abilities and that I have 8 XP. That is it. That is Widower's Wood for you guys. It is a fun game. What do I think about it? Well, overall, I would say I really enjoy it. There is a lot of dice rolling, but there's tons of ways to mitigate the dice rolls. The feat cards really help you mitigate those dice rolls. And yeah, sometimes you get unlucky, and sometimes you get lucky. And that's part of in a real battle. I think of that actually would happen too. Sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time. So I'm okay with it, but comparing this to something like Gloomhaven, I would say Gloomhaven has more strategic value than this game, just purely because all the cards are predetermined and you have all these different actions available to you. You spend a lot more time strategizing. In this game, there is definitely a strategy. And, you know, putting out Jaeger way over here in the corner to go get that side quest definitely was a good strategy. Now, I left him all alone, and I took a big chance that he wasn't going to get annihilated by the enemy spawning over here. He didn't. That was luck. But, you know, there is definitely strategies that are involved. I would say this game as a solo game is a bit hard to manage, with each character having their own type of feat cards, and each one having their own special abilities, and now they're all going to have ability cards that's going to add more abilities. It's going to be hard to manage from a solo perspective. I'm okay with it because I can take my time in recording and make a decision and then just, you know, pop it up on screen, show you guys what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But if you're playing this on your own, it could go a little bit slower because of that. And, you know, you might miss things, or you might forget things, or you might, you know, not do the most optimal choice because there's just so many decisions you're trying to make. I have to say I really like how the enemies activate in this game. I like the villain action deck. I'm not crazy about games that keep spawning enemies over and over again, but for whatever reason it works in this game. At first I didn't think I was going to like that, but because so many of them only have 1 health, you're clearing them out pretty quick and they're spawning again, you know, equally as fast. And I also like that it's not just we all go, then all the enemies go, then we all go. No, it's I go, and then who knows which villains are going to activate. I like that. I like that unknown because that makes it feel more real to me. Overall, it's a great game. These minis are insane. They look awesome. The board looks great. It comes in a wooden box if you get the premium edition. I am very happy with this game, and I'm really excited for Chapter 2 that I'll do sometime in August. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day.